Hello friends! Today we'll dive into the amazing world of wedding celebrations, where beauty, emotions, and love come together in one magical event. However, as we all know, life doesn't always follow the script, and even the most beautiful weddings can't avoid at least some funny and unexpected incidents. In today's video, you'll get to see some rather curious and somewhat ridiculous situations that happened at the most perfectly organized celebrations. We invite you to join us on this adventure into the fun and oftentimes unpredictable world of weddings. Sometimes, the bride gets so nervous before the wedding that she starts losing weight. In this case, however, it seems like it happened to the groom instead. This is definitely one of those moments that the couple's friends will remember for years. The groom's strip dance ended before it even began. Instead of an exotic and passionate performance, the bride got proof that her husband isn't flexible and a bump on her head. It was supposed to be a beautiful entrance of the wedding couple, but something went wrong, and instead of a grand arrival, they got a minor mishap. Couples have always been looking to make their entrance as spectacular as possible, but as you can see, it doesn't always work out as planned. They say that if the rings fall, the couple will get divorced soon. But does anyone know what is supposed to happen if the bride falls? If the groom is too nervous to lean in for a kiss, don't worry about it. Just take matters into your own hands. Otherwise, the awkward moment can last for a bit too long. The groom lost his bride right in the middle of the road and didn't even notice. There's a tradition in Scotland to cover the bride and groom with mud. It is believed to bring good luck and prosperity. Sometimes, however, mud on the wedding dress is simply the result of the weather conditions at the venue. It's hard to imagine anything more tiring than watching a little child carrying the rings to the altar. And even though the child usually looks cute and adorable, you should always be ready for the possibility of a sudden mood swing and the kid refusing to finish the task at hand. And here's another example of why it isn't a great idea to trust children with wedding rings, especially if they need to be carried on a pier. Unfortunately, you may find yourself in a rather awkward situation and with no rings. Is there anything people wouldn't do for the sake of a memorable picture? Falling into the lake probably wasn't part of the plan, but it will definitely get the couple some unique shots. When they serve the cake at the end of the ceremony, it gets about as much attention as the bride's dress. In this case, the guests will definitely remember the cake, although they won't know its taste. The photographer will definitely remember this wedding for a long time. What do you think? Is the groom really asking for help? Or is it just his sense of humor? It's impossible to prepare for everything that could go wrong at a wedding. Even such a predictable part as the photo shoot can sometimes go completely wrong. Before releasing the doves, the newlyweds are supposed to make a wish. If the doves fly up quickly, the wish will definitely come true. I wonder what the groom wished for. Although everyone is tired of all the typical wedding photographs, it's worth noting that the bride rejects choosing such a photo shoot which, although unconventional, carries the risk of injury. The moment when the newlyweds cut the first slice of cake together is usually very touching and romantic, but this couple seems to be using it to deal with some unresolved issues. What are you supposed to do if a dog accidentally mistakes your wedding dress for its favorite pole for relieving itself? The only thing that can help in such a situation is to maintain a positive attitude. Sometimes it seems like the toughest battle is the one for the bride's bouquet. It can involve high jumps and even actual fighting. Catching the bouquet isn't enough, it's also important to be able to fight off the other contenders. Unmarried women are often willing to go to great lengths to catch the bride's bouquet, but it seems that men are actually afraid of it. If you happen to fall at your own wedding, the main thing is to take it easy and laugh it off because tears won't be of any help, while laughter will definitely lighten up the situation. The woman simply wanted to fix the veil. Instead, she ruined everything, and in public too. A wedding ceremony on a pier looks beautiful, but such a location does have its drawbacks. It's unlikely that anyone expected the wedding ring to fall right into the water. It's also a well-known fact that brides feel nervous before the wedding and put in a lot of effort to plan the perfect event. However, even when everything seems to be going according to plan, an unusual surprise can easily make the bride very nervous. There's nothing more spectacular than a beach wedding where the waves make for the perfect backdrop. The groom often feels just as anxious before the wedding as the bride. Perhaps that's why his friend decided that the best way to help him relax is to prank him and lighten up the mood with a joke and some laughter. A sandstorm suddenly began during the wedding ceremony of this young couple in Arizona. The guests could hardly see anything as the newlyweds got enveloped in a sandy veil. One can confidently say that this couple already handled their first storm of their marriage. These newlyweds look so joyful and happy. But when everything seems wonderful, it's important not to forget to watch your step. This young woman could go on to compete in the high jump. After all, the right motivation often helps people achieve great success. The more dancing there is at your wedding, the more fun it will be. This woman danced her heart out at the celebration. She was clearly enjoying herself. Perhaps this young man was so nervous before his friend's important event that he couldn't even eat properly. Let's hope he enjoys the food at the wedding and gains back the weight he lost. Choosing the location is probably one of the most challenging aspects of wedding planning. Who could have thought that the location wouldn't be perfect? It's so great when the guests want to add creativity to the wedding photos. The tradition of unmarried women catching the bride's bouquet is well known. But what does it mean if a man accidentally catches it? Maybe it's a sign that it's time to settle down? Or maybe it's a reason to run away. The bride's beautiful entrance unexpectedly turned into a graceful descent. The guests will surely remember it for a long time. Even if you double-check every point on your wedding plan, there's a big chance that on the wedding day will bring a couple of unpleasant surprises. If that happens, it's crucial to have a friend who can help fix the situation. The woman in the blue dress gets frightened when the bouquet falls next to her. Meanwhile, the other women are ready to fight for it. Sometimes fate catches you off guard and simply knocks you off your feet, just like what happened to this bridesmaid. The newlyweds will remember this day for a long time, and not only because of the beautiful moments, but also because of all of the bruises. The task was quite simple: to pop the confetti cannons at the right moment. It seems that they may have all decided to sabotage this idea as a joke. This dog clearly shows who belongs in the spotlight at this event. No matter how hard they try to shoo the animal away, it still manages to be in the center of every wedding photo. The bride throws the bouquet to the unmarried women, thereby giving the lucky one who catches it hope that she'll get married soon. But someone sees it as a reason to run away as fast as they can. The man is so happy and emotional that he gets lost in the moment and falls down with his beloved in his arms. Hopefully, there will come a day when people learn to ignite fireworks far away from decorations and people. Life will definitely become safer and simpler then. The woman's desire to get a better look at the bride caused her to break the fence and fall right into the center of the bride and groom's red carpet. The younger brother rushes to help the older one to get out of the clutches of the wedding dress. They wanted to get a cool photo, and they succeeded, although the wedding suit had to pay the price for it. The contest didn't go as planned, and instead of sitting above the men's heads, the women fell down and ended up at their feet. It seems that the guests misunderstood the task set for them, and instead of catching the bride, they dropped her to the floor. Months of planning went down the river, along with the newlyweds and their friends. One unfortunate incident can change the course of a meticulously planned event in an instant. The music band fulfilled the task before the wedding started, albeit not with their performance, but with their fall. Nevertheless, the guests found it entertaining, and that's what's important here. Friends, that's all for today. Hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.